sure.
All right, let's go ahead and introduce our players. Starting in the bottom right, we have from Team Evil Genius's raid call, it is HuK. HuK.
And in the top left position, we have CQ Arclord, also known as LGIM YoDa.
Man, these two teams have title sponsors, which is awesome to see. You know, like a company is really willing to invest. It's really funny though, because I feel like raid calls is in so many teams, even though it's just Fnatic and it's just EG. I think as a title, it's still very significant as they're doing so much in esports.
Yeah, that's an awesome thing to see companies be interested here. We have a lot of sponsors here at IPL as well.
That's right.
Who are helping us out so we can do this lovely production, lovely tournament here that we have here today.
Yep. I think my favorite sponsor, I guess, in terms of IPL would be GOM TV's production. It's just absolutely insane. Just loving the way they're doing map intros and everything. There's the small, subtle things as well. The camera zoom-ins before like the actual going to the game. That kind of stuff is really cool to watch, especially like live, because a lot of people don't get to go to a GSL finals and experience that. All right, so let's talk a little bit on Tomb Valley. And Tomb Valley is a map where the natural ramp is kind of wide, so you know early pressure is still pretty strong. But once you stabilize from there, 3 bases is very easy to get.
Do you know what the definition of entombed is?
Well, when I think of Entombed, I think of the Oracle spell that never got a chance. When Blizzard committed that abortion over the Oracle spell.
That's pretty sad.
Yeah, it was. It was just a little baby Oracle crying.
I will forever think of that now. This is the Valley of Entombed, but it just didn't happen.
Oh, look at this. Well, we're talking about early pressure and how it can be really strong. This is a 2 racks from YoDa. Now, we've seen players really try to throw this in the middle of a best-of-3 series. Like Flash does this all the time. But YoDa, man, this is his tournament life on the line. Keep in mind, this is the loser's bracket. So if you lose, that's it. Oh, look at this. Mind gaming with gas. Did HuK even see the gas, though? No, he did not.
He will.
He will.
For sure. And now the options here, the Terran can try and trap him in here by making a supply depot, but he's not even going to. And I'd be really surprised if he keeps a lot of guys in gas. I feel like this is probably just going to be some sort of timing here from YoDa.
Yes, well, you know, obviously we can see a little bit of pressure, but it's going to be a 2 racks opening with a quick tech lab. Now, you know, we used to see players go for reactor first and get concussive shells out with Marauders and eventually pressure that way, but we'll see how HuK chooses to respond because he knows gas is on the field and he just saw YoDa go for a 1 base, so that's immediately going to start alerting him to play a little bit more safe, maybe not play so greedy and get a quick Nexus instead.
Very true. This map has a bunch of cool things where I think YoDa here, what he will want to do is run around the tower. The center can be a really, really strong position, but if you just completely ignore it, walk around, take a little bit of extra time to get your units to the right place, then they definitely can. And I like it. HuK is bringing a probe around to watch one of the edges. For instance, say here if YoDa tries to run with his Marine Marauder army around to the top right, that probe is probably going to be right there just to watch it.
Oh, look at this. I like HuK's probe movement, just not only just scouring over the sides, but also getting ready to put a pylon in position if so desired.
We haven't even talked about it, but look, there's also 4 gates again from HuK.
4 gate is actually really powerful on this map too. We've seen it quite often in the GSL. That's how Tasia lost a couple of his games too, very silly sometimes it seems. But again, the wide ramp is really powerful, but especially in this scenario, HuK will have more than enough production to handle this 2 racks from YoDa. Oh, man.
Well, it could have potential for some sort of base trade, that sort of thing, because HuK is building pylons everywhere in YoDa's base, and on the flip side, there actually isn't any sentries. Warp Gate isn't quite done. It's going to be almost a race to get that sentry out, I would think. Well, YoDa sees there's no I was going to say hatchery. No Nexus there. This is the timing here. Warping in 3 Stalkers. Doesn't even need...
No, this is really good because the Stalkers can catch the units too if they're trying to run. HuK has an advantage. He's going to target down the Marauder first. This is huge play for HuK. And also, the best part is HuK also has units that can warp into the main as well. This is a great opportunity for our Protoss player. Now, HuK is on the hot pursuit for the rest of the units, even if these units get back home. I mean, HuK can still pressure.
Warp in. There's 4 Zealots on the way. They're killing SCVs. There's only 2 Marauders. Marauders actually not the best unit of choice against Zealots. for sure to have here.
I mean, they can kite with concussive shells, but YoDa's losing so many SCVs, especially to mining time. Never mind the fact that, you know, he has to protect his units as well. And the Stalkers can pressure here from the front. The bunker is about to finish, and that's going to help YoDa considerably. But now the Stalkers have joined in the fray as well, and HuK's denying it by trying to move down. More Stalkers and Zealots are warping in, and HuK is about to crush the remainder of YoDa's army and send them home packing. GG. HuK advances to losers bracket round number 6. In 2 games under 15 minutes.
Impressive.
All right.
That's strength of 4-gate / canceled 4-gate.
I think, well, man, if HuK gathered himself, man, for 50 minutes in preparation for 15-minute games, I would.
That FPS is pretty important. So.
Why not? He needs 120 FPS to make sure his Zealots can warp in at the perfect angle.
It's all about micro, so it's really good to see him playing really well here and advancing.